All right, I found out what I did. During the intro, I turned off the dang microphone and I forgot to turn it back on. Sorry. All right, you can stop texting me now. Please stop texting me. I appreciate all the input, guys. Chris Hillis, how's it going, my friend? Nice to see you. And Jerry Satterial, nice to see you. And I'm sorry for not saying hello to everybody, but everybody is welcome, and I'm glad you're all here. Sorry about the no audio part. Can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me now? I see my guest is shaking his head. Yes, I guess everybody can hear me. Dwayne Fork and Spoon, how's it going? Dwight Curley, how's it going? Nice to see you in here. Chasco, nice to see you in here, buddy. Nice. I'm glad you all can make it in here tonight. Bruce Giroux, what's going on, buddy? Nice little chat with you this morning. I really liked it. I enjoyed it. Thank you, Roy. I appreciate the input. All right, guys. So you guys know I like to start off with doing my shout outs. So we're going to go ahead and do a shout out here. And let's see if this is going to work. Hopefully it will. All right, guys, the first shout out I'm going to do is somebody who I've recently found on YouTube. He's doing a layout update, and he shows all that he has completed up to this point. If you guys like diamonds on a railroad, you got to check this guy out. He's got a handful of diamonds on there. If they were real, he'd be a rich man. I'll tell you that right now. But the person I'm talking about tonight is going to be Cisco's BN and GMO Railroad. You guys need to check him out. He's got 55 subscribers. I bet you we can get him up to about 65 tonight. Just go over and check him out. His layout looks really good, and I'm telling you, you want to see diamonds on a layout. This guy has got a bunch of diamonds on his layout. So anyhow, with all that being said, please do me a favor and go over and check him out, and let's see what he's got going on. Now, the second person I'm going to do tonight, I didn't see Ralph in here. Was Ralph in here tonight? Flying Crow, Robert, how's it going, my friend? Nice to see you in here. I want to see the videos. All right, anyhow, the second person I'm going to shout out, and it wasn't a planned shout out. He just told me that he was going to be doing a premiere video after my show tonight. And the person I'm talking about tonight is Otter Creek and Rio Grande Railroad. You guys need to check him out. He's doing a live stream on a kit build, and the structure is called Stu's Tobacco Shop. So if you want to go check him out, he's going to be on directly after my show tonight, 8 o'clock. So we'll probably cut my show at 5 minutes till 8, just so he has enough time. We can all get over there and check him out. All right. So where am I now? Oh, yeah, we're going to do the people who have donated stuff, donated some super chats to me last week. Anyhow, we got Container Man 68 4 times. Brother, I love you. Kevin Brown, Weber Model Railroad, and Weber's doing a good job of cleaning up his property so he can get a shed built. So you might want to check out his latest video that he posted today. And Manny Fernandez, thank you so much, guys. I sincerely appreciate all the help that you guys have been giving me with the super chats. Helps me keep this channel going. All right, now we can go ahead and do this. Get that full screen just like that. And let's see, a shout out and one more shout out I have. And the final shout out I got is the person who is going to be my guest, but we're not going to bring him up just yet because I want to thank Jerry Satterial, Anthony Georgia Sunbelt, Ray Babel, Ian, and Rick Bailey for invading Yankee Dabbler last Saturday. I spoke with Bob, and he said the place was like a total zoo, and I appreciate that, guys. I really do appreciate it. My premiere video tomorrow is going to be something that you all have been waiting for, and that's going to be an update on my layout. So you guys might want to check that out. It's noontime, and it'll be a premiere video. And I think that's about it. So with all that being said, I think, now hold on, let me get this all straightened out here. I think, now where is that special guy? There we go. My special guest for this evening is Nora. Jake. How's it going, Jake? Nice to see you in here. Appreciate you giving me the time so you could be in here with me.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Let me get rid of the graphics now. We all know who you are, so we don't need to broadcast that. So, Jake, I'm going to put you on the hot seat here for a little while. There's Mr. Ralph Greenwood. How's it going, buddy? Nice to see you in here. John 26:18. Jake.
Hello, everyone.
Chuck TDP 1965. How's it going, my friend? Nice to see you in here. All right, Jake. Like I said, I'm going to put you on the hot seat. Now, I asked you earlier if you had a layout, and you had told me what did you tell me?
I got a starter set that another person in our community gifted to me. It's an HO starter set.
All right. Have you set it up yet?
Yep.
Thank you, Jimmy DIY. Go ahead.
I actually did a little running session on it when I first got it all started.
So are you pursuing it? Are you going to do a layout with this, or what are you going to be doing with it?
Oh, right now, as you know, I would like to have a layout in the future, but right now I'm living at home with mom and dad, of course, and right now there's no space for it, and but sometime in the near future, if I get a place of my own or something, I could maybe get something started there.
All right. So let me ask you this then. What came first, the layout or YouTube?
Well,
good question, eh?
Well, I'll get back to that. But YouTube came first.
Okay. All right. How and when did you start with YouTube?
I started YouTube in 2011. Well, I started posting videos in 2011.
Wow, that's about the same time I did. So we've been on about the same length of time. Wow, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Who or what got you into live streaming?
Well, I believe I can name one person, but this whole Moto Rural community got me into it. Okay.
Anybody in specific that got you into it?
Gaffa Haynes.
Okay, Gaffa. Okay, the man. All right. So now that you got it in there, Melvin Fackler, thank you so much, buddy. And I saw someone in here I didn't say hello to earlier. Let me say hello. Where is it? Of course, it gets lost and I won't be able to find it. But I did post them up here on here, so I hope you saw that. Frank Neer, how's it going, buddy? Nice to see you in here. Thank you, Bruce. I appreciate the input. Thank you. So tell me, what do you like about doing the live streams?
I enjoy interacting with all of you. It's just to get a way to interact with the other creators, and see them face to face. Kind of get to know the guy behind the channel.
So are you going to try and make it to Strasbourg next May if it happens?
Maybe. I don't know.
All right. Well, I'm putting you on the spot a little bit, just to get an idea of what you got planned.
Well, that's another thing, I mean, if anything I have to do, I have to go through the parents.
Uh-huh. Hey, Wilma, how's it going, buddy? Rodney, how's it going? Nice to see you guys in here. I'm glad you're joining us tonight. All right. So now that we know what you like about live streaming, what do you dislike about it?
Well, there's many things, but I'm not going to go into it. As you know, I do my trackside live streams.
Right.
I did one tonight before your show.
Right.
And then I did another one Tuesday. And the problem with trackside live streams is when I'm using my cell phone, the battery likes to run quickly.
Right. Okay.
So I was doing a stream Tuesday evening, and I was waiting on another train, and I think that's what caused the buffering issue, but my battery died. And tonight I did the same thing before I went live, and I'm like, really? So I hurried up, found an outdoor plug-in, and I plugged it in, and sure enough, I was able to do a live stream.
So were you at the same spot that you and Roy were?
Yep.
Is that one of your favorite spots?
Yep.
Okay. And of course, there's a lot of Norfolk Southern that run through there.
Pretty much. I live in Norfolk Southern Territory.
Okay. Does any other railroads pass through there?
We have the Wheeling and Lake Erie, which is a short line railroad. Then an hour south of me is CSX.
Okay. All right.
But
Uh,
pretty much,
Go ahead.
those are the only railroads that go through here.
So how long have you been doing these live streams?
About a year now.
About a year. All right. Do you have a best live stream?
I've had some good ones.
Okay. So if you've had some good ones, apparently you must have had some bad ones. So do you have a bad one?
I might have. I mean, I don't remember.
All right.
Probably,
What
probably, probably my bad one was when I first started using OBS.
Okay. And what was going
And
on with that?
it's just I just me trying to use it for the first time, going live, behind the camera and stuff, and that's when Gaffa introduced me into doing panels.
Oh, okay. All right. And when you do your panels, you just strictly on StreamYards?
Yep.
Okay, so you don't go through OBS at all.
Nope.
Okay. What would you tell someone that wanted to start doing live streams?
That's a good question. If they really want to do a live stream, go ahead and do it.
Anything they should look out for?
I'm sorry?
Anything that they should look out for? Like, let's put it this way. Do you recommend any certain equipment to do a live stream?
If your computer has a good camera on it, I mean, I'm just using my camera on the laptop. It seems to be working okay. I know there's some other ones. I know there's a camera called the C920, which is, it's pretty good.
Yeah. From what I understand, that's the top of the line for that company. So I don't know. I am not using my computer camera at all. I'm using an outside camera.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. How did you come up with your name?
Well, that's another one. I live in Northern Ohio, and around me, there's always some sort of railroad action around.
Okay.
I mean, there's always something going through here.
All right. All right. Dave BNSF Enskill, how's it going, my friend? Red Butler, nice to see you in here. You're new. Charles Greason, nice to see you in here. Kevin Strange GLE, nice to see you in here. And we got Kevin from down in New Zealand. How you doing, Kevin? Nice to see you in here. Let's see. So you come up with your name because you live in Northern Ohio and there's a lot of rail action. That makes a lot of sense. I ask this question to everybody because not everybody does what you do, but I am going to ask you this question anyhow. Would you do more than one live stream per week? And I know you do, but
yes.
So you would do more than one because you're more of the rail fanning person than a model railroad person because you don't have a layout at the present time. So I am assuming that once you get your own place and have a layout started and going, you'll be doing some videos on that as well as doing your videos on your rail fanning.
Yep.
And by the way, thank you for doing the one you did before my show tonight because I love hoppers.
well, that's the second one I got today. I was up at 3. Well, of course, I was up all night, but I had to go into work this morning, so I left the house at 3:30 my time, and about 10 till 4 a.m. A northbound hopper train went through.
So you got that one too?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Nate, how's it going, buddy? Nice to see you in here. I'm sorry I can't use your whole name, your whole big long name. One thing I forgot to do that I need to do right now, because it's part of my routine that I need to do, and that is to do the shout outs for the week. So let me do that real quick. Okay, on Monday night, We have Just Nate, and Just Nate's is HON3. Where'd it go? Yeah, I know he's here. I saw him. Anyhow, Just Nate. He's got a new name now, and it's way too long for me to remember it. So I'm just going to call him Just Nate. And he goes on at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Now, all these times I'm giving you guys is Eastern time. Then right after Nate, we have Tom Strange and Things at 8 p.m. On Tuesdays, we have On Track Tuesday, and that starts at 7 p.m., depending on who it is. Now, sometimes, there it is. There you go. Nate's 0-3 East Broad Top Railroad. Okay. Sometimes one of the guys, Tony, he works a little bit late, so sometimes his show will go on like at 7:30 instead of 7 o'clock. Okay, on Wednesday night we got Sparky 107 at 7 p.m. and after him at 8 p.m. we have Michael McCarville at 8 p.m. On Thursday we have Hot Rod Rodney at 7 p.m. On Friday night, you guys got to deal with this guy here. You know, this guy, he's got his ugly mug up in your face right now. On Saturday, we have Back on Track, and that's the only one that's actually in the morning. It's 10 a.m. on Saturday mornings. Sunday, we have our guest, Nora, and he goes on at 7 p.m. on Sunday evening. Am I correct on that time?
Correct.
Okay. And also we have on Sunday, we have Sidetrack Sunday that goes on right after Nora, or at 8 p.m. Let's put it that way. I won't say right after you because sometimes you go longer than an hour. So anyhow, I just wanted to get that out of the way. Now, I think when did you get your first train set?
Let's see, when was it? Last year.
Last year?
Well,
thank you, JD. Appreciate that, brother.
Honestly, I got my first train set when I was actually younger.
Right. Just like a bunch of other of us.
Yep. But the one I got now is a year ago.
Okay. So basically, like most of us guys got it like when we were between the ages of 5 and 10 years old. And I know I got my first set, which was a Lionel set when I was about 7 years old, is when I got my first train set. Mm-hmm. Then, of course, I had a lapse in time. Once I started getting older and started getting into the hot rods and stuff like that, the train hobby kind of went wayside for a while. And then when I got married, the hot rods went away and the trains came into the picture. It was a lot cheaper hobby than doing my hot rod, that's for sure. James Galton, I think I said hello to you earlier. I did post like you said. I did a post like you said, like you asked. Okay, Ralph, I don't remember what if you don't tell me right away, this old man's brain goes bye-bye. Engineer Hall, Richard, how's it going, my friend? Thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate that. David, are you a train man too? Nice to see you in here. All right. Well, if anybody in the chat has questions for Jake, go ahead and ask them. Hello, Manny Fernandez. How's it going, my friend? Nice to see you in here. Don't forget to discount code. Yeah, at the Yankee Dad. Yeah, that's right. You guys, Ralph, I really appreciate what you're doing as far as my channel goes, posting all these links for me and so on and so forth. Thank you, buddy. I do appreciate that.
I did see a question in the chat.
Did you?
And I could do it since I'm a moderator, but Anfield Road Layout in the law said he wants to know if he can have my channel link.
Yeah. Go ahead and put it up there if you know it. Go ahead and put it up there.
Ralph already did it. Thank you, Ralph.
Thank you, Dana, man. Thank you. I love you, brother. Hey, how'd your deal go with the doctor today? I won't say what it is, but was it a good thing or a bad thing? Sean McGee, how's it going, my friend? Nice to see you in here. Let's see who else we got. I think we got everybody. What do we have in here? 69 people. All right, well, that's cool. So, yeah, you guys, come on now. We still got about 40 minutes to do this live stream, and I ran out of my questions. Now you guys need to ask some questions. So if you got questions for Jake, go ahead and ask them. What do you do for your job, Jake?
I'm a janitor.
Okay.
I have two jobs.
Okay.
I work for the city schools, and I'm a substitute janitor, and they call me in when needed. And I also work at our local funeral home,
Well, that's cool. That's
and I
cool.
go in there twice a week, 3 hours, and clean.
Let's see. I got a question here. Where did it go? Where did it go? Here it is. What does Jake like or dislike most about the hobby?
Hmm.
Z Scale Ray, how's it going, my friend? Nice to see you. CANP Railroad, nice to see you in here. All right, we got another question here also.
I HO.
Okay, what scale you model train is HO? All right.
Hmm.
But you didn't answer the other question.
I don't. I I like it all. It's very fascinating. What I really like about it, what kind of got me into rekindled it, was O scale. I have a friend who invited me over to his O scale layout a couple years ago, and he ran it for me, and I was just fascinated by it.
Jimmy DIY has a question for you. What was your first set?
I I can't remember what it was, but all I can remember is I had a BNSF,
All
and
right.
not the color that it is now, the red and white scheme.
All right. So I see the other question now, but we'll get to that one next. Otter Creek and Rio Grande. Do you have a prototype?
No.
All right, no prototype. And then Bruce Giroux wants to know, what do you like or dislike about the hobby?
Be able to find the time to do it. Setting
Okay.
it up, getting the bench work started, where to put it.
How's it going, William A? Glad you can make it in tonight, buddy. Let's see. I don't see another question here. Come on, guys. I'm sure you got questions for Jake. And also, you guys, if you don't know the story between that's going on with Jimmy DIY and Digital, his channel was hacked. Um, he had like, I don't know, I think 5,000 or 8,000 subscribers that he just totally lost. So he is totally building his new channel up, and he's already posted quite a few videos. So you guys want to go over and check out Jimmy DIY and Digital. If you guys like Arduino, between him and Tom Stranger Things, you guys can do a lot of stuff with Arduino. That's all I got to say about that. But anyhow, go ahead over to Jimmy's. He had 12,000 subscribers. Wow, sorry, Jimmy. Sorry you lost all of that. Anyhow, Ralph, if you can you post Jimmy's channel so we can get some people over there, and let's see if we can get Jimmy back up to his 12,000 subscribers.
William A says, if I could build any industry for your layout, what would you do and why? We have a grain facility. It's called Bunge or the Central Soya, and well, it's basically next to the rail yard, and I actually know a guy who actually done that, and I kind of want to do the same thing. And see how many heritage units I've seen. I think I've seen half the fleet so far.
Oh, really? Wow, that's pretty cool. That's
And,
pretty
and,
cool.
and the best part is it's right here. I didn't have to go to point A to point B.
That's true, right? Northern Ohio Rail Action. What is your favorite W and LE paint scheme?
Wow. Grandpa Rails, I knew that you would answer this one. WLE is his favorite. It's Wheeling and Lake Erie. I guess I would like the Rio Grande units.
All right. So they have the orange and black.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And,
That's cool.
and it's in their original scheme.
So we got a question from Chasco here. Does Jake bicycle everywhere?
Yes. Yes. I do not drive.
All right.
You
Well,
can ask you can ask Container Man 68. He saw that in person.
no, that's not what I wanted. This one's what I wanted. And I appreciate this, Digger. Jimmy at DIY and Digital, new channel. Vinny's channel is a major influence in the community. We are all supportive of one another's channels. And I appreciate that, Digger. And Digger's, I love Digger because right now it's the middle of the night for him. He's over in the UK. And I think out of all the time that he's been on my live chat, my live shows, I think he missed one. And Digger, that's for you, buddy. I appreciate that. Wheeling and Lake Erie, East Coast, Pennsylvania. Oh, East Coast pumpkins. Does that make sense? Does you know what Roy's talking about? No,
I don't know.
maybe Roy can fix that up. Where did that one go now? Yeah. All right. Let's see. Any other questions we got here? Jimmy's new channel. Yeah, there you go.
Here we go. This is what I don't know. It's kind of bad, but this is actually what it looks like.
Oh, okay. So they still even have the Rio Grande on there, huh?
Yep.
Wow. Did they do any other patching on it?
No.
Orange and black. Yeah, that's what Roy's saying. But it looks yellow on the front. On the stripes look yellow and orange.
It's very weathered.
Okay. Patrick Halsey, nice to see you in here, buddy. Glad you can make it in. What do we got? 67 in here? That's all right. That's cool. Ralph has been posting DIY and Digital's channel. So Roy has been. So you guys want to go ahead and check on it and check out his channel. Go ahead and subscribe to him. But make sure when you subscribe to him that you watch at least 2 of his videos and comment on at least 2 of his videos. Otherwise, YouTube will think it's sub for sub, and they will delete the subscription. So when you go to subscribe to someone, it doesn't have to be Jimmy. It could be anybody that you subscribe to. Always watch at least 2 videos and always put a comment on each one, even if it's a cool video. As long as you say something and YouTube can see that. And also what would help is you hit the thumbs up. That's also in YouTube's algorithms. Oh, yeah, hold on. I just saw another question. Did you see that question that flew by here?
Is it the one from Paulville?
I just went by so fast I didn't catch it.
Paulville. I'm sorry. I'm going to butcher your name. Paulville, Vermont, and New Jersey Railroad says favorite railroad past or present. Favorite railroad in the past is the Nickel Plate. I've actually lived in a town that was basically around the Nickel Plate, and Nickel Plate Road, which is basically the New York, Chicago, and St. Louis Railway. And the town east of me, the newspaper basically called it the Nickel Plated Road, and that's how Nickel Plate got the name.
I think Jimmy, Bruce Joseph, someone might have already asked this. What is your what attracted to you about the O-scale layout that got you interested? That didn't make sense to me. Did that make sense to you?
Well, yeah, I know what he means. When I went to that layout, and it was it sounded so lifelike. The startup, the engines, it sounded so real. Like I was actually trackside, and I could hear the startup sounds, the motor, everything.
All right, Nate. Nate's got a question for you. He says, "What era were you planning to model, and why?"
I'm not sure yet.
You're not sure yet? Well, make up a story. Well, I'm assuming. I would assume that.
I mean,
because of the way you live, I would assume that you're probably going to do Norfolk Southern, and I think it would be second generation diesel. I think that's what you're probably going to model. So how's that for a good guess, huh?
Sounds good. I mean, I guess you guys can relate. I need an indoor hobby. Basically, this is why I want something so I don't need to be outside all winter long, which I've done that before, and capture videos.
So, C, A, and P Railroad, will you freelance or model a certain area? Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate that, my friend. Let's see, what else we got? Favorite locomotive of all time. There you go. What's your favorite locomotive of all time?
SD40-2.
All right. That's my favorite too, followed by SD70 Aces.
Yep. The SD40-2s have a good horn, and so does the SD70 ACE, when they have a K5LLA horn. Love it.
I guess Wilma's making a little statement here. Bicycles don't go well in the snow. Oh, you mean
Well,
you can't get snow tires for bikes?
honestly, rain, sleet, snow, you name it, I'm out there. No matter what. I'm like the Postal Service.
That Bruce Giroux goes, Jake, you're the man, SD40-2. Hey, man,
Yep.
I tell you that all along, and you don't tell me I'm the man. What's up with that? What is your favorite switcher? All right. DIY and digital. Or what is your favorite switcher? Bruce Giroux says studded tires for bikes. That's funny. Let's see. What's this one? SD40 is also a favorite of engineers all over North America.
The answer to that question is the Norfolk Southern SW1500s.
Okay. Now, I heard a lot of people. I know of two engineers, two real engineers. One works for UP and one works for Norfolk Southern. And the one that works for UP told me that he hates driving SD78s. And so I asked him why. He says because it's nothing but a bunch of rattles and squeaks and all kinds of stuff inside the cab. So it's not a very quiet ride, and he just doesn't like it. And Jimmy DIY says, good answer. Let's see. Bikes can do all exception freezing rain. Bikes can do all except freezing rain.
I rode in it all.
Did you really? I haven't been on a bike in forever. Hello, John, TSG Multimedia. Nice to see you in here. Thanks for joining us. So let's see. Anyone else? And everyone else, of course. What's this one? Well, the Postal Service has trouble getting mail in my box. Why is that? I don't know. Sorry about that. So, any of you guys, come on, guys. Let's get some more questions for Jake here. I'm trying to think of some myself, but, since he doesn't have a layout yet, I can't ask him, I can't torture him about a layout just yet. New Haven Rails, Ron, how's it going, my friend? Nice to see you in here. Because you joined us a little bit on the late side, Ron, this is Jake. He is Northern Ohio Railroad Action. And we're asking for questions if you have any questions for him.
Well, I can actually tell you, of course, I'm going to answer my own question. Well, I could answer. Okay. I live between Toledo and Cleveland.
Oh, okay.
That's all I'm going to say.
My buddy that I work with here, he's from Cleveland, and he tells me all about Cleveland, how bad it's been, how bad it is right now, and all that stuff. Ralph Greenwood, thank you so much. All right, let's see. How would you like? How far would you bicycle to rail fan?
Well, I've actually done it already this year, which is south of here, a little town called Attica. And they got a junction. Attica Junction is basically you have two railroads interact with each other. You got Norfolk Southern on one line and CSX. And I've actually rode my bike all the way down to Attica just to get a train.
Dave BNSF, how many good rail fan spots are near you?
We have Astoria. We have Berea. We got the Norfolk Southern Chicago line. Let's see here. You guys might have heard of Dessler, Ohio. That's a good spot. I know, and of course, this is in Indiana, but you got the Chesterton, Indiana. There's a good spot right there.
Hey, Sean McGee wants to know if you were offered a job on the Norfolk Southern, what would be your job? What would be your dream position?
I think this is everyone's dream. The engineer, of course.
Engineer, of course. Right. What is your favorite type of rail car? That's from Joey Butzek.
Hmm. I guess I like the hoppers as well. Hopper cars.
Manny Fernandez asks, "Do you like steam?"
Oh, that's an excellent question. Yes, I do love steam.
All right.
Of course, you guys heard of the Big Boy, right?
Oh, of course. Who hasn't?
Well, as a nickel plate fan, uh, we have every year except for this year, unfortunately, is the Nickel Plate Road 765. And it's an active steam engine that comes through here every year, and it goes to Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railway.
Oh, okay, I heard of that.
And I've actually posted many videos of it. And then just this past year, our local railroad museum, Mad River Nickel Plate Railroad, had this send. And here's Nickel Plate Road 757 that used to be here where I live, and they went to a museum in Pennsylvania. Well, we got enough donations to bring it back here.
Oh, wow.
where she belongs. So this is going to be a stagnant display. It's going to go into a barn during the wintertime. Then during the spring, summer, fall months, it'll be outside. That way you can come and view it.
That's cool. That's cool. New Haven Rails wants to know, hey, Nora, ever consider making a small point-to-point switching layout?
It's possible.
Z-Scout Races, don't give details about where you live. It's not safe. Let's see, Train Freak. I just saw it. What the heck, man? These things go by so quick.
Well, it's kind of hard when.
What is your favorite ride, train ride? Execu ride, train ride.
Is he asking if I ever rode a train?
Well, yeah, I guess. If you can clarify that, Jason, that would be cool. So he knows how to answer that. In the meanwhile, we got how do you ride outside Norfolk Southern double hump yard to railfan? How come you don't ride out to the Norfolk Southern double hump yard to railfan?
I've done it before, but our state highway patrol likes to keep that area under guard, so it's kind of not safe. Unless you want to bail me out, Roy.
Yeah, really. Ralph Greenwood says Wabash Cannonball. Do you know what he means by that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Why don't you explain?
Must be talking about a steam engine.
Well, I'm sure he is. Hey, Ron Brights, how's it going, my friend? Nice to see you. Oh, excursion train. Okay, that's what Jason wants to know. Have you ever ridden on an excursion train?
Nope.
No, neither have I, actually. Well, I won't say that because I did go on the Grand Canyon train ride a couple of years ago with Roy and Sparky and a couple other people. And I thought that was pretty cool. The dome cars were not occupied, so Sparky and I snuck up there and we're sitting up in the dome looking at everything. That's pretty cool up in the dome car.
I did see one. I have not visited any other place besides our old museum. I would like to go to Strasbourg. I would love to go to Horseshoe Curve in the future. Mm-hmm. Nate HO and just Nate says if I ever visited the Age of Steam Roundhouse, these are all future vacations I would like to do in the future.
Hey, Rick Bailey, thank you so much, buddy. Rick's just joining us. He's saying hello to you and to me.
Hello, Rick.
ATSF 3751. I'm thinking that's a steam locomotive.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. I think I might even had one at one time. I like steam locomotives. I don't run any on my layout because my layout is fairly new age. But the one steam engine I did have on my layout, I was running it back and forth in my yard, setting up a train and stuff. All of a sudden, it stopped going. And I was looking the way it's on my layout. I'm looking at the conductor side. I'm not looking at the engineer side. So I finally said, "Let me pick this up and see what's going on." And I picked it up and I turned it around, and all the drive rods fell off on the left side of the locomotive. The screw broke inside the mechanism, and the rods just fell off. And it was a Bachmann locomotive, and they couldn't fix it. They couldn't even get the parts for it. So yeah, let's see. The Wabash Cannonball was a train line on the Wabash Railroad that ran from 1950 to 1971. The train was named after the strong Wabash Cannonball. Okay, that's good information. Thank you, Ralph. Let's see, Frank near Cars Cass Railroad. Oh, do you know what a Cass Railroad is? I don't.
Is he talking about the? I think I know what he's talking about here.
Frank Near, if you can.
What he's talking about is the Cass Railroad in West Virginia, which is an excellent railroad. And yes, I do want to see that in person.
Oops, wrong one. This one's the wrong one. We took our kids on the Polar Express last year. They loved it. The whole train car sang happy birthday to my kids. And so I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, Joey. Thanks for sharing that. Appreciate that. Dana Man, again, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. You might need a driver's license to see those places. They're way outside your bicycling range.
Well, have you ever seen the movie Forrest Gump?
That's good. Very good. Very good. Let's see. I guess Wilma knows. What was that? Wilma knows, I guess, Cass, West Virginia.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So I guess we know that now. Let's see what else we got here. Nothing is out of bicycle range. Nothing is out of bicycle range if you believe. Good one, Jimmy. Let's see. John Arthur. Hey, buddy, I need to talk to you. Ralph, can you post my email address, my Gmail address? I would like John Arthur to get in touch with me. Let's see. I'll put it up here. Can you read that, Jake?
Norfolk and Western 611. The
Powhatan
Arrow. I was just a kid in the 80s with my dad and grandfather. They started running again a few years back all over Virginia and North Carolina, I believe. If you ever get a chance, I recommend it. That's all. I will keep that in mind.
Hello, Heath Knight. Just glad you could make it in, buddy.
Hello, humanity.
Yeah. Let's see. Do we have any other questions here? Cousin Vinny. Yeah. Okay, John Arthur. Ralph just posted my email address. Can you please contact me? I would like to talk to you about something. Manny Hernandez. Thank you again, sir. I appreciate that. Let's see. Mystic Lady. Jason's leaving. Oh, see you later, Jason. Thanks for showing up, buddy. What time is it? We got about 15 more minutes. Come on, guys. Just give me 15 more minutes of questions.
I'm gonna share this with you, Vinny, and everybody here. You know how I found you?
No.
I found you on another channel. He must have been part of the model railroad community. He actually posted your channeling on his channel. So when I first started, I was actually I followed all real fanning videos, and I clicked on his channel, and you were the first person in our community that I started following.
Oh, really? Wow, that's really cool. I appreciate that.
And this was probably about 3 or 4 years ago.
Oh, all right.
I've actually commented on your streams.
Oh, well, I started streams just under 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Just under 3 years ago. Sparky started first, and then he convinced me into doing it like like a month and a half or 2 months later. So we're pretty much in the 3 year category.
I don't know what made me do it, but I started getting into it, and I started following everybody, Sparky and everybody else, and now I follow pretty much everyone here.
Another great rail fan spot is at the Holiday Inn in Washington, D.C. Incredible freights coming in all the time. See, the problem with my area that I live in right now, for me to get any kind of real train action, I have to travel to CBNSF. I have to travel 2.5 hours up to Flagstaff because that's where the Transcon is, or an hour south to go to the UP Transcon. My little railroad that's here, the Peavine subdivision, starts here in Phoenix and it ends at the Transcon. And there's not a lot of traffic. It's maybe 2 or 3 trains per day, or maybe 4 trains at max per day. So it's not really a active line, you might want to say. What's this one?
No, I've not yet. I mean, I'm just a rookie.
Let's see, Bob. How's it going, Bob? Nice to see you in there. I am Grandpa. I am a grandpa again, another rail fan. And very cool, Bob. I think that's pretty cool. Congratulations, too. Let's see. New Haven Rails. What is this? Oh, yeah, by the way, Ron, the car that I sent you decals for, can I see that car? Is it done yet? You got the CBNSF and Arizona, California transfers. So yeah, I do. And that's the one thing I like about where I live. BNSF and the Arizona, California railroads do an exchange every day, 6 days a week. And it usually is about between 7 o'clock in the morning and 9 o'clock in the morning. And on a whim, it's about a 40-minute drive. We'll drive up there. We have a perfect spot for it. It's out in the middle of the desert, and nobody can bug us. We are actually on railroad property, but there's nobody there to tell us to get out.
Mm-hmm.
So we watch the exchange so many times. I love it. In fact, I even reproduce it on my layout. I do the Arizona, California, and BNSF exchange on my layout. I've got a couple of videos that actually show that. Let's see.
Yep, I was about ready to tell you. A locomotive I've not caught, but I really want to call rail fan, but I really want to catch is Amtrak.
Oh, really? Huh, that's strange. Out of all the railroads, you picked that, huh?
They run north of where I am, and they actually came through here a few years ago. If I would have known that, I would have got it.
Grandpa Rail says a great rail fan spot is Tehachapi Loop, and I agree with him. I've been there when I lived in Cali. When I lived in Cali, I've been to Cajon and I've been to Tehachapi, and they are both great rail spanning spots. Now, I don't know if they changed any of that since I've been there, and it's I've been in Arizona now for 13 years, so I don't know what rail fanning spots are good anymore in California. Now, Corey KRP Models, I saw him in it earlier, and I didn't say hello to him, but he does a lot of Cajon rail fanning, and he models his railroad is modeled after the Cajon.
I wouldn't mind going to Plant City, Florida. That's another great rail fanning location.
Yeah, let's see who else we got here. Let's see, Humanity Junction. The thing is, when you scroll on this thing, if you do it too fast, it just shoots up and goes right past. A lot of us are rookies, yeah, I guess. Teddy Bear 11, nothing wrong with being a rookie. Yeah, that's true. Nothing wrong with we all had to start somewhere. That's true.
Hot Rod says, who's this Vinny guy? LOL.
Teddy Bear 11. Now he's been one of my subscribers for, I can't tell you, probably 5 or 6 years. Probably when I started he's down in Australia, and his thing is Montana Rail Link. That's what he likes to do. And, I've been looking for Montana Rail Link locomotives forever. And just today, I got a bulletin from one of the hobby shops that there are 3. Actually, it was eBay. There's 3 Montana Rail Link locomotives that are on eBay right now. I just wish I could go out and just say, okay, I want to buy it right now. But unfortunately, I can't do that because of what's going on with my house. I need to save all my money. Let's see. I grew up in suburban Chicago, 6 blocks from the CB and Q. I watch trains all the time. That's good, Steve. Steve, I was looking at your channel, man. If you get a couple more videos up there, I will do a shout out for you. Let's see, TSG. Now, John at TSG, he does a lot of rail fanning. He goes all over the place, and I know you probably know that. Good place for train action, but it's great neighborhood, Stockton. Yeah, I remember driving through Stockton, and I know it was a train town, but I never actually got to stop there. Let's see, good question for Heath. Well, this is not for Heath. Question for Vinny. Oh, wait a minute now.
Yeah. Well,
Who was a major influence on your model railroading? Wow. Now they put me on the spot. Actually, I don't think anybody was my major influence. I just got into it because I like trains, period. And when I first started, I did start in HO, believe it or not. And I had gotten married. I just had my first kid. So it was kind of like slow and go on HO. But then I quickly realized that it wasn't going to work because there wasn't enough room to do HO in the spot that I had. So that's when I switched to N scale. But as far as anybody who was an influence on me, I don't think there really was one person that was an influence for me to do my layout.
Humanity says, if I could live anywhere in the world, would you pick a spot based in rail fanning? Where would it be?
Well, I think personally, where you're at right now is a great place.
Pretty much.
The only problem with that is it's only one brand of locomotives. It would be nice to see like a UP or a BNSF.
Well, we get everything through here.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you know how it is. We call it foreign power.
Right. Okay.
I've seen a couple days ago, nice consents, or is what we call a nice lash up, and
Right.
Norfolk Southern, CSX, Union Pacific, CN, and CN.
Wow, that's a lash up. A lot of power.
Yep.
Let's see, Bruce. I don't know why Bruce is saying this. Ogden, Utah. Probably. Oh, a lot of train action probably in Ogden, Utah.
As somebody who likes to rail fan in the snow, probably Ontario, Canada.
Yeah. Let's see. If my life depended on rail fanning, I would move to Pennsylvania, perhaps see the railroad in action, seem like a lot of railroad action. And yes, there probably is in Pennsylvania, because Pennsylvania, I mean, think about it. That's, I think, where railroading started was in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania Railroad was one of the first railroads that were here.
Probably on the East Coast. I think UP was actually one of the ones on the West Coast.
I don't know who
the whole transcontinental railroad. I think it was based on UP.
Yes, it was. It was all on UP. You're right. Well, guys, we got a few more minutes. I think we asked Jake quite a few questions. Jake, I appreciate you taking the time to be with me tonight. I am going to go ahead and call this stream good, because I said earlier I wanted to drop a few minutes early so that Otter Creek and Rio Grande can do his premiere video right after mine. So if you guys want to go over and check him out, that would be cool. I'm sure he would appreciate all the support of us watching his videos. Anyhow, Jake, thank you so much for being with me. Thank everybody for being in here, and we're going to call this good, and we'll talk to you guys next week. Have a safe week, and we'll talk to you later. Bye for now.
Everyone.